This is the new Frameio integration with GNARBOX.
The Cinema 5D virtual show is brought to you by B&H, the professional source for all your video needs. CVP, the leading specialist in creative cine, video and photo solutions. Manfrotto, imagine more. Blackmagic Design, creating amazing solutions for film, post-production and television. And Tilta, arm your camera.
Welcome everybody to our Cinema 5D virtual show, our virtual replacement for all the trade shows that are not happening this year for obvious reasons. We're still trying to give you the newest news of all the new products out there. And today it's my pleasure to welcome Tim, the CEO of GNARBOX in Santa Monica. How are you?
Hi Nino, thanks for having me. I'm doing well.
If some of our viewers don't know GNARBOX, do you mind just summarizing what the product is all about in 2 sentences?
Yeah, absolutely. GNARBOX is a rugged backup device for professional photographers, filmmakers, and teams that want to travel without a laptop. Unlike other portable drives, it comes with a suite of software that's designed to save time and maximize reliability in a professional workflow.
Cool. So you guys actually released your first version of the product, I think, in a Kickstarter campaign or a social, like a crowdfunding campaign. And the second generation, GNARBOX 2.0, was released a year ago or so. So what changed between the 2 versions?
Yes, that's a very good question. So when we released GNARBOX 1.0 with the Kickstarter, it was 2015. And our goal at the time was to build a product sort of for ourselves and for people like us. We were sort of amateur, aspiring photographers and filmmakers. We weekend warriors who shot on the weekends, had a 9-to-5 job, and were trying to produce content for social media. With GNARBOX 2.0, the purpose is much different. And the reason that the purpose is different is because we actually had a lot of professionals buy the first version. And when these professionals bought the first version, it was not nearly enough. But we did notice that these people had the potential to be really great customers, and they really needed a solution. So we actually redesigned the whole product, both hardware and software, to fit the professional workflow. And that means different things for different parts of the industry, and we've specialized in different places. I'm sure we'll talk a bit about that. But the biggest difference between 1.0 and 2.0 is really just all about what workflow it's for and how it suits that need to the user.
Cool. And I think you guys have come a long way also with software updates. I think software is one of the things you guys pride yourselves in, rightfully, because it's a very well made product for the purpose it's having. But now we see something new. So we have an integration that you just announced for Frameio. So how does that work?
Yes, we're really excited about the integration with Frame. As I think many people know listening, just to give a little bit of background on Frameio so people know what that is. It's a collaborative platform based in the cloud that allows teams to work together while editing, shooting, gathering content in the cloud, leaving notes for one another, and ultimately getting feedback from the client and good reviews so that you produce a better piece of work, whether you're doing that for a documentary or for broadcast electronic news gathering, production, a lot of different purposes you can use it for. And it's become really important lately because a lot of teams have been forced to work apart from each other with COVID-19. So Frame has been really important, and we've been planning this for a long time, so it's not like we did this just because of the current situation. It makes a lot of sense. But that's a little background on Frame. And we're integrating with Frame to seamlessly upload content from the field to the cloud so that teams can actually get to work faster. So you imagine if you can cut the time from the camera to the cloud, you're able to save a lot of workflow time. There's no gaps. And what we've done is we've made it accessible and easy with our apps on your iPhone or on your Android phone to be able to select videos that you've shot and to upload those directly to Frame from the field using the GNARBOX device. Now you can do that in a variety of ways. We have Wi-Fi on the device, so you can connect to a traditional Wi-Fi network. You can also connect to Ethernet over USB-C. This is a much faster way to do it, and if you have to upload gigabytes and gigabytes and gigabytes, when you get back to the studio, this is a really good way to do it. And finally, there are a laundry list of 4G hotspots that you can use, actually. So even without access to Wi-Fi, you can connect GNARBOX to a 4G hotspot, and you're able to upload while you're on the go.
Very cool. That's actually something that we can use really well in our Cinema 5D workflow. We're a very global organization, and also our editor we have an editor in Argentina, one in France, and they get sent footage from us from all over the world, depending on where a review is shot. So I'm looking forward to actually trying that out, because of course it's nice to have the ability to upload immediately after shooting directly from GNARBOX. So how does it work? Do you need a software update for the device?
Yes, so we're going to be releasing actually an entirely new piece of software for the device. It's going to have a lot of new features in it. Frameio integration is a big one, but there are several new features coming. It's our 2.6.0 release, so it's actually, I guess it's the 6th full iteration on the software since 2.0 came out. And overall, I mean, the software has been improving in a myriad of ways, but to focus on the new features, Frameio integration. We've also added some new industry standards for backup workflows. And all of this can be accessed using the OLED display on the device just by pressing a button. You're able to set up folders to dump to and on an automatic basis, even with dates in those folders, to keep things automatically organized. We've also added XX hash checksums, which are a bit faster than MD5, and a lot of people are switching to that standard. So now we have both MD5 and XX hash. We're also going to be adding MHL files. It's a standard for archiving and processing files as they go through the workflow to make sure that you're tracking the checksums, you have integrity at each point where the file has been transferred from and to. So this sets up your production workflow. Basically, you can start your MHL file much like you could using Hedge on your laptop or your desktop. You can do that with a GNARBOX now. We've also enhanced the copy speed, the transfer speed that the device can do. So over USB-C, we're going to be transferring files up to 4 or 5x faster than before, which is really great news. This works to multiple destinations at the same time, so you can copy to the internal SSD of the device as well as an external hard drive at the same time with no performance hit while running checksums. So a lot of great flexibility in that copy and backup and redundancy workflow that a lot of teams need in the field. That's going to get you done with your work sooner and on to the next thing, whether that's shooting another site or that's you going home to your family. We're trying to get you there sooner.
Wow, I think increased copy speeds is not something that anybody is actually thinking about, that it's even possible through a software update. So I'm really happy to hear that. What's the availability of the update? When is it going to be out?
It's going to be out in June. So we don't have a specific release date in mind, but it's coming very soon. We've been testing it quite a bit. We do a lot of quality assurance work. So this release has been bouncing around from our team, even to some external testers and people for maybe 6-8 weeks now. And we just want to make sure that each new feature we put in is as reliable as possible, that the performance is good. And we've identified a number of ways that we can make it better in the last few weeks. So we've been making those final improvements before it goes out.
Very cool. Last question about the Frameio integration. Now that I think about it, is it possible to upload proxies? I know you can generate proxies within the GNARBOX. So of course it would be kind of feasible to just upload the proxies to Frameio for the offline edit.
I'm glad you asked. The way that works with GNARBOX, just so people understand, is when there's an original file copied to the GNARBOX or sitting on an external hard drive that's connected to the GNARBOX, we have a CPU and GPU and software that can actually transcode that video into a 720p proxy at a lower bit rate. So if you have a source file, let's say it's 100 megabits, 150, 200, whatever it may be, maybe even way higher than that if you have a cinema camera, you can compress that media, and the performance will depend on the codec that you're using. So there's a lot of information on our website and use cases about how to do that best for your codec. You can actually make it much smaller before you send it. And this can save a ton of time and low bandwidth. So if you're traveling internationally, if you're in a place with limited access to network and you're going to go in and out, and you want to turn 100 gigabytes into 1 before you upload it, the GNARBOX is able to do that. And for certain people, it will be a big time savings that they'll realize through doing that.
Amazing. That's what I wanted to hear. That's really great. I think that's a key feature, because if you're forced to upload 50 gigabytes through Wi-Fi, you might as well go to a proper internet connection and upload it in most cases. So I think having the ability to shrink it down without a computer and then upload it from the location where you shot, that's amazing.
Yes, that's what we had in mind. And hopefully a lot of people find it very useful.
Thank you so much for your time, Tim. And thanks everybody for watching. Stay tuned to Cinema 5D for more news from our virtual show. We'll try to chase down as many new product releases and updates that are relevant for you guys as we can. And please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks.